What if everything around you suddenly stopped? Not the wind, not the people, but the earth itself. Because right now, as you sit there, the earth is spinning at nearly 1,600 kilometers per hour, and you don't even feel it. But what if it suddenly stopped in a single moment? The answer is not just surprising, it is terrifying. Because while the earth stops, everything else doesn't. The air, the oceans, even you. Everything keeps moving at the same speed. Imagine being thrown forward at the speed of a jet. Buildings collapsing, trees ripping from the ground, cities turning into chaos. The atmosphere itself would keep moving, creating winds faster than anything ever recorded. A storm covering the entire planet. But that is just the beginning. The oceans would not stay still. Massive walls of water would surge across continents. Tsunamis larger than anything in history, swallowing cities and reshaping coastlines in minutes. And as this unimaginable chaos settles, the world would never be the same again. Continents could shift. Landscapes would change, and familiar places would become unrecognizable. If you are liking this kind of video, do share and subscribe. And then comes the silence. Because after the chaos, the world changes completely. One side of Earth would face the sun forever. Endless daylight, burning heat, temperatures rising beyond survival. Oceans slowly evaporating, turning into steam. Clouds forming and disappearing in extreme cycles. The ground would crack under intense heat, and life would struggle to survive. While the other side falls into darkness forever, a frozen world, colder than the coldest places on Earth. Ice spreading across land, oceans turning solid, silence taken over. Two extremes, fire and ice, divided across a single planet. And in between, a thin zone would exist. A narrow strip where life might still survive, where light meets darkness, where temperatures are not too extreme. But even that fragile zone would constantly shift, making survival uncertain. Because Earth's rotation does more than create day and night. It stabilizes the planet. It controls winds, oceans, and the balance of life. Without it, weather patterns collapse, air circulation becomes unpredictable, and the magnetic field begins to weaken. Slowly, Earth becomes more exposed to space, to radiation, to forces we are protected from today. Even gravity would feel slightly different, especially near the equator, where the spinning of Earth currently provides a subtle outward force. Without rotation, that balance disappears, changing how weight is distributed across the planet. But here is something even more fascinating. Earth will never suddenly stop spinning. The forces required are beyond anything we can imagine. This is just a thought experiment, a way to understand how important that silent motion really is. Because every sunrise you see, every day that begins, exists because Earth keeps spinning. Without it, life as we know it would not exist. So the next time you feel still, remember you are not. You are moving at incredible speed on a planet that never stops. And maybe that invisible motion is what keeps everything alive.